No one ever tried something new if they never made a mistake. While this may be the case, certain errors can be so costly that you won't ever want to try anything new. Consider a $1 billion skyscraper whose owners had to pay thousands of dollars in damages, or an enormous airport that never saw a single plane take off, among other examples. Stick around to the end of this video so you don't miss out on any of it. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. So let's start. Number 5. The Vdara Hotel and Spa. The Rafael Benally designed Vdara Hotel and Spa is arriving hot straight from Las Vegas. For MGM Resorts International, the skyscraper is 57 floors of happiness, well equipped with more than 1,000 suites, a 2-story spa, a market, a bar, and the added perk of a death ray. Although this building's crescent shape and offset arts of various heights are truly stunning to view, there was a significant issue with this structure. And in 2010, it was established that the Vdara Hotel's reflecting exterior and concave shape had transformed it into a 1.6 million square foot collecting mirror. The building's architect neglected to take certain scientific factors into account. And now the guests were paying the price for this deadly mistake. The pool deck was experiencing hazardously high temperatures due to the sun's reflected beams. The hotel staff and nearby media sources began referring to it as the death rate. The building's administration came up with a little more nuanced term to describe the circumstance: solar convergence. The management began to invest a lot of money in the search for a fix for their reflecting issue. Sadly, it was made even more challenging to come up with a long-lasting solution by the frequent variations in sunshine and his reflection with the passing of each day and season. To safeguard the guests and the glass exterior of the pool, the management has so far been limited to mounting enormous blue umbrellas over the pool deck. That should have been a work of art in design is now protected by a non-reflective layer. Number 4. The Mexico Texcoco Airport. What comes to mind when an airport is included among building blunders? The new Coco Airport was first announced in 2014 by President Enrique Peña Nieto as a successor for the Benito Juárez International Airport, the busiest airport in all of Latin America. Well, we guess that would be anything but that it never flew a single passenger. By 2018, 69% of voters had decided to stop the construction following a non-binding referendum that the president-elect Andrés Manuel López Obrador had conducted. The expected amount of money needed to finish the project was set at $13.3 billion. The government was supposed to fund about 60% of his budget, with the other 40% to be covered by bank loans and that security. After numerous demonstrations and uprisings, the government ultimately decided to halt the project. According to Mexico's Secretary of Communications and Transportation, the project's cancellation resulted in bond debt of $6 billion and security obligations of $30 billion to settle this loan. Benito Juárez International Airport landing fees were a source of revenue for the government. The second highest landing fee in the entire world is this one. In addition, the government was required to compensate the Mexico City Airport for the termination of the fee agreement with a staggering $56.8 billion. Eventually, the debt resulting from the project's cancellation exceeded the construction budget. Number 3. Stuttgart 21. This project, which is also related to transportation, seems to have no end in sight. The Stuttgart 21 project's official announcement occurred in April of 1994. It was designed as a railway and urban development project. The major goal of the project was to modernize Stuttgart's main train station, even though it was intended for this rail route to travel through several regions of Europe. Around 35 miles of new railroads and 18 miles of 60-mile high-speed tunnels were produced by the project. When did the building work start? The project's first phase of construction didn't start for almost 16 years. The exciting part is now here: the price. Within 3 years, the entire cost of construction had already beyond the initial anticipated 4.5 billion euros, costing an estimated 6 to 6.5 billion euros. After a while, there were intense disagreements and protests over a variety of issues that the project was affecting. Cost, benefit, and activity were the first issues to be addressed, followed by geological and environmental issues, and of course, performance. The project's completion was scheduled to occur in late 2025 as of 2019. When work began in 2010, the projected date of completion was 2019. Number 2. The Jeddah Tower. The completion of the Jeddah skyscraper is another development project whose future is uncertain, much as the Stuttgart 21. While compared to the other projects on our list, this one may not have caused as much financial loss. So far, his construction's major flaw is all the moving pieces that make it function. The tower's initial phase of construction began in 2013. The tower was supposed to be operational by 2020. 2017 has seen an unexpected change of events, but the kingdom's owner is remaining composed. We were detained despite owning 33% of the tower. However, the setback. Following a labor dispute with the contractor, construction resumed until January 2018, at which point the building owner halted all structural concrete work. Only a third of the building had been finished at this point. In addition to the difficulties associated with the Saudi Arabian purge, the viability of such a large building was likewise fraught with doubt. Since elevators cannot travel so high up the building, there was a problem with how to carry people there. Buildings weigh as a result of strong winds, in addition to other structural and safety considerations. The Jeddah Tower was designed with the intention of turning into a nearly self-sustaining vertical metropolis, which will cost the owners roughly $1.23 billion. Due to the incredibly inexpensive labor in the Middle East, particularly Saudi Arabia, these prices are comparatively low following the pandemic. The future of the Jeddah Tower's development and completion only seems to be getting darker. Number 1. The walkie-talkie. We started this video about a building that shoots deadly sunrays at people sitting by the pool. What about a building that can melt a car? Well, look no further. On Fenchurch Street in the financial area of the City of London, this was the commercial skyscraper. The building's official name is 20 Fenchurch Street, but because of its unusual shape similar to the death-rate Videra Vegas and reflective construction, which turned it into a concave mirror, it was given the nickname the walkie-talkie. As you would have expected, there were problems with solar glare once the sun came out, and in this instance they were much worse. The building's condition was so poor in the summer of 2013 that it would melt cars parked on the street. The intensity of the building's reflection was 6 times greater than that of sunlight. The administration at the time was required to compensate an East Cheap automobile owner for his burned bodywork with £946. Jim Watterson, a reporter for City AM, was able to fry an egg by simply laying the pan on the ground because the reflection was so strong. The building was responsible for so many damages that the fry scraper and walking scorching became common terms in the media. The fascinating thing about the walkie-talkie is that it was one of London's most expensive single structures to sell at a stunning $1.8 billion. This is it for today's video. Which of the mistakes made you cringe the most? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.